Hello, everyone, and welcome to Boywitheng. I'm RV, the boy with English dreams. Let's talk about the biggest wall standing between you and a fluent life. It isn't a lack of words, it isn't bad grammar, it is the accuracy trap. Most learners have a perfectionist filter in their brain. Before they speak, they check the verb tense, they check the preposition, they check the plural ending. By the time they are ready to speak, the conversation has moved on. The moment is gone. If you want to be a fluent speaker, you must give yourself permission to be a clumsy speaker. Fluency is about flow. Accuracy is about precision. In a live conversation, flow wins every single time. Think of it like a river. A river doesn't stop because there is a rock in the way. It flows around it. Your speech must do the same. Native speakers do not speak in perfect, continuous lines. We stumble, we pause, we forget, but we use fillers to hide the gaps. If a native speaker is asked a difficult question, they don't sit in silence. Silence is the enemy of conversation. Instead, they use stalling phrases. Repeat these after me. That's a great question. Let me think about that for a second. I've never really thought about it that way, but these aren't just words. They are processing buffers. They give your brain 3 to 5 seconds to find the right grammar while your mouth is still moving. In the world of English speaking, and are okay, but well, actually is better. How do you stop translating in your head? It's the most common question in the world of linguistics. The answer is simple, but the practice is hard. You must label your world. Start small. Right now, look around the room. Don't think that is a table. Instead, look at the object and let the English word table appear in your mind directly. Skip the middleman. Skip your native language. As you progress, move to self-talk. Describe your day as if you are a narrator in a movie. I am pouring the water. I am picking up my keys. I am walking to the door. This creates a direct neural pathway between your actions and your English vocabulary. When the brain doesn't have to translate, the lag time in your speaking disappears. Have you ever watched a movie in English and understood every word, but when you tried to speak, you could only remember yes, no, and thank you? This is the gap between your passive vocabulary and your active vocabulary. Your passive brain is a giant library. It holds thousands of words you recognize, but your active brain is a small toolbox. It only holds the tools you know how to use with your hands. To speak 10,000 words worth of fluent English, you don't need to learn new words. You need to activate the words you already know. How? Through contextual anchoring. Don't learn the word substantial by reading a definition. Anchor it. Think of something in your life that is substantial. Your progress, your morning coffee, your workload. Say it out loud. My workload is substantial. By attaching a word to a personal reality, you move it from the library to the toolbox. Now that we've broken the accuracy trap, we need somewhere to go. You have the engine, now you need the road. For most of us, that road is small talk. Many learners hate small talk. They think it's shallow or useless. But in English-speaking cultures, small talk is the social glue. It's how we check if someone is friendly. It's how we build trust. If you are at a conference, a party, or even waiting for a bus, don't wait for the perfect topic. Use the ARE method. Anchor, reveal, encourage. Anchor. Find a shared reality. This room is quite cold, isn't it? Or the coffee here is surprisingly good. 2. Reveal. Share a small detail about yourself. I usually prefer tea, but I needed the caffeine today. Encourage. Ask an open-ended question. Are you a coffee person, or do you have a secret tea stash too? By using ARE, you move the conversation from a transaction to a connection. You aren't just practicing English, you are building a bridge. What happens when the conversation starts to die? Most learners panic. They start thinking about grammar again. They fall back into the trap. Here is the secret. The best speakers are actually the best listeners. If you want to keep someone talking for 20 minutes while you only speak for 5, you must master the follow-up question. Most people ask closed questions, questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Closed. Do you like your job? Open. What's the most challenging part of your week? When you ask what, how, or why, you give the other person the floor. This gives your brain a break. While they are answering, you are listening for key words to anchor your next sentence. This is how you survive a 30-minute conversation, even if your vocabulary is limited. Many teachers tell you to memorize hundreds of idioms, but I want to challenge that. Most idioms are old. People don't really say, "It's raining cats and dogs" anymore. If you say that, you might sound like a textbook from 1950. To reach our 10,000 words of mastery, we only need the idioms that people actually use. These are called living idioms. Think about the phrase, "to be on the same page." It doesn't mean you are holding a book. It means you and I understand each other. It means our dreams are aligned. Or think about "to cut a long story short." This is a gift to your listener. It tells them, I know I've been talking for a long time, but here is the most important part. When you use these, you stop sounding like a student, you start sounding like a friend. You start sounding like Arv. What happens when you make a mistake? Perhaps you use the wrong tense. Perhaps you forget the word for substantial. The accuracy trap wants you to freeze. It wants you to blush and stop talking. But a boy with English dreams doesn't stop. He recovers. The best way to handle a mistake is to acknowledge it with a smile. Sorry, my brain is still in low gear today. Or, wait, let me try that sentence again. When you laugh at your own mistakes, the pressure disappears. The person listening to you will relax. They aren't judging your grammar, they're enjoying your company. Remember, communication is a bridge, not a test. Comment below and like if this helped your English. Subscribe to Boy with Eng for more boy-to-boy stories. See you next time. Keep dreaming big.